mentalist, magician, entertainer. Jeff Newman will influence your thoughts. He'll predict what you'll do before you even know you're doing it. He will even read your mind. He'll fool you badly, and you'll love every minute of it. So be ready to be amazed. Yes, it's time for Jeff Newman, Mentalist.
Get ready to put your hands together for the award-winning mentalist that has wowed crowds around the globe. Please welcome to the stage, trickster Jeff Newman.
All right! How are we doing, Coquitlam? Thank you, 6 people. I think we can do a little better than that. How are we doing tonight? There we go. Thank you, everybody. My name is Jeff Newman, and tonight I'm going to mess with your heads. I'm a mentalist, which means I use science, suggestion, and good old-fashioned trickery to influence your thoughts, predict what you do before you do it, and even appear to read your minds. Some of you are skeptical. Don't raise your hands. I know who you are. I also know that at least 2 of you are sitting here thinking, oh, the show already started. I was going to go out and grab one more drink before everything went up and the house lights turned on. Oh, now he sees me. One of you thought about sex just now. Don't bother looking behind you, sir. It's all over your face. I understand. Once I put on the suit, I turn it on and I can't turn it off. I get it. But before we get into the show tonight, we do need to take care of something very important, something very serious. Before we continue, I need to show you this. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. The audience will laugh, and then there's like a split-second pause, and then someone in that back corner goes, ha! But this is very important. This is something that I need to have somebody watch for the duration of the show. What is your name? Joy. Sorry? Joy. Joy, can you see this from where you are? Perfect. Joy, you have a very important job tonight, and that is to make sure that at no point during the show or the intermission, I do anything to this. I don't touch this. I don't go near this. I don't tamper with this. I do nothing to this. Joy, do you understand? Perfect. Joy, if I get too close to this, I need you to yell, scream, make a scene. Basically, Joy, you're a human alarm system. Do you understand? Perfect. Let's give it a test run. So definitive and firm, Joy. Do you have children? It shows. Let's give it another test run. Not only am I feeling the fear, the gentleman beside you is also puckering a little bit every time. Now, Joy, because you were watching this for me, all right, to make sure that at no point you run off anywhere, can I borrow your wrist, please? Perfect. This is for you. That is so I can find you should I need to for the show. Now, Joy, to recap, if I get too close to this, you have my full permission to jump up from your chair, climb over anybody and anything in your way, run up to me on the stage, and tackle me if I am too close to this. Do you understand? Perfect. If the rest of you see a green balloon leave this room, you have my full permission to tackle Joy. All right. So now that we are through dealing with this, a little bit about myself. I am from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, but I've toured around the world doing shows just like this for people just like you. We've done theaters, cruise ships, a lot of private events as well. So I am thrilled to be here in Coquitlam to entertain you tonight. So give yourselves and the Evergreen Performing Arts Centre a huge round of applause for bringing me in here tonight. But I actually grew up just outside of Edmonton. I was a farm kid of all things, and I grew up in a very small town with not very many people. And when I was younger, I was actually quite shy. And the idea of standing in front of this many people putting on a show like this for you here tonight would have terrified little me. But I find that the more I do this and the more I get to know my audience and they all get to know me, the easier this all becomes for everybody else. So to get to know a few of you, I need a few people to help me out. So I'm going around the room and I'm going to pass out some cards and markers. If you get a card and a marker, I want you to write your name on the blank side. So we're going to give one to this gentleman here. That is for you. So name. This is also the point in the show where everybody desperately tries to avoid eye contact. I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. If you can't see me, I can still see you. So we have one. Let's give someone else. Let's give one to you. There you are. Yes, with the short hair and the glasses. Yeah, that is for you. We'll give you a marker as well. Again, name on the blank side. There we go. Let's get another gentleman. Let's get this gentleman right here. That is for you. Same thing. Name on the blank side. That is there. Let's come up and let's go across. Everyone on the other side of the stage is looking very comfortable over there. Let's move over here. Let's go down to, let's give one to this gentleman right here. That is for you, sir. There you are. Name on the blank side. That is 4. Let's go a little farther and let's do, there you are. Name on the blank side. Perfect. That is 5. And let's get one more. Let's get one more right here. Let's go with you, sir. There you are. Name on the blank side. Perfect. All right. So around the room, there are 6 people. 6 people with cards and markers, hopefully with their names already written on the blank side. The rest of you that do not have a card and a marker are going to give those 6 people a huge round of applause as they bring their cards and their markers up here on stage with me. Come on up. Perfect. Look at them go in a blinding burst of speed and enthusiasm. Here we go. All right, we're just going to get you to make a nice little line right in front of this little gap here on the stage. I'll take the markers back. That is 1. That is 2. That is 3. That is 4. That is 5. Did you say, darn, those are good markers? Staples, madam. That's where they're from. All right, let's give our 6 volunteers a huge round of applause, everybody. All right, we'll just get you to shuffle down this way just a little bit, about a one person's width. Perfect, that's fine. And we'll get you to kind of close up the gap just a little bit. All right, so what I want each of you to do is I want you to take those name tags, hold them out in front of you so everyone can see your name, much like you're taking a prison mugshot. For some of you, this is a more familiar feeling than others, isn't it, Ryan? So we have John, we have Ryan, we have Catherine, we have Rory, is it Tammy or Tammy? Timey. And Colin. Oh, Colin, you have a little bit of a height differential there. Perfect. All right. So the reason why Ryan's is also very small. Small and off to the side. It's not the size, Ryan, it's how you use it. So the reason why these 6 are up here is because when I was a kid, I used to play a game called Guess Who. Does anybody remember a game called Guess Who? Yes? Yes, thank you. A round of applause works too. For those who are unfamiliar, Guess Who is this fun little game with these 2 plastic trays that have these little flip-down panels on it. Each panel had a picture of a cartoon person. Your opponent would choose one. You'd ask them questions. Is this a man? Is this a woman? Are they wearing a hat? Do they have glasses? By their answers, you'd work out which one they were thinking of. And that's exactly what we're going to do with these 6. But to play, I need an opponent. I think we're going to use Timey. Timey, I think, will be good for this. Timey, we're going to get you to stand right here for me, please, right on the trap door. We'll take your name tag, Timey. We don't need this anymore. But Timey, you now have 5 people to choose from. Keep them up. We'll get you to close the gap as well. We have Colin, we have Rory, we have Catherine, we have Ryan, and we have John. So Timey, first thing, do you know any of these people? Perfect. Not at this time, yes, sir. After the show, whole different ball game. But what I'm going to ask you to do, Timey, is I'm going to ask you to choose one of these people, all right? Don't say which one out loud or else this becomes really unimpressive, all right? So I'm going to ask you to choose one of these people, whichever one you like, whichever one of these people you choose. I just want you to say their name in your head a few times, really make sure it sticks, just over and over and over again. Got it? Do you have someone in mind? Perfect. Now, Timey, just to make sure that you and I don't cheat, lie, change our minds, anything like that, whichever person you're thinking of, I just want you to put their name down right there for me, please, and I want you to show it to this lovely lady here. That way, like I say, neither you or I can cheat, lie, change our minds, anything like that. Let me know when you are done. And fold it back up for me, please. Perfect. It is nice. Thank you very much. That's why I'm going to ask for it back. Timey, all right. So, you were thinking of one of these people, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. All right. And like you say, have you ever had your mind read before?
I think my husband reads my mind.
You think so? That's a good husband. Palm up for me, please. Perfect. This is your souvenir of the experience. You get to keep this and treasure this for the rest of your life, for the rest of the show, whichever one comes first. Couple groans, couple laughs. I see that's the kind of crowd we have here in Coquitlam. So you're thinking of one of these people, yes? Yes. All right. Now, Timey, I'm going to ask you questions about this person, all right? And I want you to answer them, and I want you to answer them honestly, but I want you to answer in your mind only. Do you understand? Let's try this again. Timey, I want you to answer in your mind only. Close enough. All right. So, first question, very simple, 3 parts. Is this person a man or a woman? Is this person older or younger than you? Is this person taller or shorter than you? You're going to have to concentrate a little harder, Timey. All right. Next question. Do you think you could beat this person up in a fight? It is not you, Rory. All right. Don't feel bad, man. She's a tough cookie. I wouldn't want to mess with her either. Next question. You and this person go on a citywide pub crawl. At the end of the night, who is more likely to wind up in trouble with the law, you or them? It's not you either. All right. You know what? Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit more difficult for me. I'm going to get you to turn and face the other direction. So go ahead. Face. Yeah, perfect. Timey, next question. You and this person go on a first date at the end of the night. Would you expect to Apparently you're all very friendly people. All right. Next question. You go to this person's house unannounced, uninvited. You knock on the door, they answer. Would you expect them to be wearing pants? Timey, do not turn around. There are 2 people left. Next question. Do you think this person is wearing underwear right now? Shame on you. Timey, do not turn around. There is 1 person left. I'm going to ask the remaining person to hold their name tag high above their head for everyone to see. Now, Timey, I'm going to count down. Keep it up, Yeti. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you're going to shout the name of the person you're thinking of, and if we're correct, we're going to get a huge round of applause. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ryan. How do we do? Give our 6 volunteers a round of applause. Thank you so much. You may all head back to your seats. Well done. Those are yours. You get to keep those. Thank you so much. You can all head back. Except for you, Timey. Come on back. I do need your help a little. We'll just get you to stand right there for me, please. Now, Timey, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I am. I'm very grateful for your help here tonight. But I do need your help for one more thing. Okay. But I don't want you to do it alone. Oh, right. You can here. Well, you can throw it in here if you like. Oh, you actually want to keep it. Good for you. Most people don't. But like I say, I do need your help for one more thing, but I don't want you to do it alone. So, Timey, I want you to look out in the audience and find yourself a man. Preferably one you don't know. Okay. That gentleman's going to help, preferably one a little older. Okay. Looks like, they're alert, they're awake, they're good at following directions.
Oh, good.
Yes. It's like picking a good husband. That's what you're after. That gentleman's going to help us up here on stage. Who would you like that gentleman to be? Okay. You can go get them if you like. What is your name, sir?
Martin.
Martin. Give Martin a round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much. All right. So, Timey will get you on this side of the table. Martin, we will get you on that side of the table. Now, do you two know each other? Shake hands, introduce yourselves. Perfect. Congratulations, now you're married. Now, before we carry on, I do want to give you each something. Tommy, I'm going to give you this one. Martin, I think we're going to give that one to you. I'm going to keep this one for myself. What is your name, sir? Tamir, would you mind just hanging on to that for me, please? I want you to take those envelopes, put them someplace safe, someplace I can't get at them, but someplace on you. Go ahead. Let me know when you're done. Got it? I can turn around? Perfect. So, on the table next to you, there are 3 little wooden boxes. Now, inside these 3 little wooden boxes are 3 items I carry with me every day. They are also 3 items I would hate to lose. Timey, we're going to play a little game where Martin pretends to take them from me, all right? So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to turn around. Timey, I want you to mix up those boxes, put them in a new order, an order I can't know. When you're finished, put them back in a row on the table. Say, stop, I'm finished, I'm done. Something to let me know you're satisfied. Go ahead. Done? All right. So, Martin, on the table next to you, there are 3 little wooden boxes, correct? Correct. Martin, what I want you to do is I want you to choose one box, just one. All right? Whichever box you choose, I want you to open it up, look at the object inside, remember what it is, remember what it looks like. When you have it committed to memory, close up the box and remember which box you chose. Go ahead. Done? I can turn around? Yes. You've seen a box? You've looked inside a box? All good? All good? I can turn? All right. Martin, I want you to imagine that you are a mugger.
Okay. It's very difficult.
It is, yes. You see me coming towards you. You think I'm an easy mark. Okay. You walk past me, you bump your shoulder into mine, you reach your hands in my pockets, and you grab something. Not that, Martin, not that kind of show. You grab something else, Martin.
All right.
Something bigger. You turn, you run.
Okay.
You find a safe place to hide, an alleyway, an archway. You feel safe, secluded. You open up your hands. You look at the object you took, the same object you saw in the box. Yes. I think you took my phone. Open up the box you chose and take out my phone to show everybody. Thank you very much. Back in the box. All right, Martin, we're going to take this one out of play just for a moment. Now, Timey, there are 2 boxes remaining, correct? Same thing. Mix them up. Put them in a different order. Whenever you're finished, say, stop, I'm finished, I'm done. Let me know when you're satisfied. Go ahead. Done? Martin, there are now 2 boxes remaining, correct? Same thing. Choose a box, open it up, look at the object inside, remember what it is, remember what it looks like. When you have it committed to memory, close up the box, remember which one you chose. Go ahead. Done? I can turn around. Same thing, Martin. You're a mugger. You think I'm an easy. This time you have my wallet. Show them. Thank you very much. So, it should come as no surprise. I know what's in the last box, and that would be my keys. Again, 3 items I would hate to lose. We're going to make this a little bit more difficult for me, Martin. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring back that first box with my phone in it, and we're going to put it back on the table with the other 2. The second thing, Martin, do you know what this is? Don't lie, Martin, you know it's a blindfold. Martin, I need you to put this on me. Go ahead.
So looking forward to it.
Yes, so am I, Martin. On me, yes. I admire your enthusiasm. Here, let me help you out. There we go. Perfect. Oh my. So gentle yet so firm. All right.
All good?
Yes, thank you for asking. You've done this before. All right. So, Timey, on the table there are now 3 boxes again, yes? 3 boxes, perfect. Same thing, I want you to mix them up, put them in new order. Whenever you're finished, say stop, I'm finished, I'm done. Do say it nice and loud, the blindfold does cover my ears. Go ahead. All right, now Martin, this time we're going to do this a little bit differently. This time, I do not want you to open any of the boxes, but I simply want you to choose one by taking your hand and placing it flat on top of the lid of whichever box you like. Go ahead. Done? You have your hand in the box? All right. That box is for Timey. Timey, I want you to pick up that box, hold it in front of your chest, do not open it, do not look inside. Let me know when you are finished. Yeah, perfect. Martin, there are 2 boxes left, yes? Yes. Same thing. Take your hand, place it flat on top of the lid of whichever box you like. Go ahead. Done? Yes? All right. That box is for me. I just want you to place it on the table behind me. Perfect. And there is 1 box remaining, yes? Perfect. That box is for you. I just want you to place your hand on top of it on the table. Do not open it. Do not look inside. Let me know when you're done. Perfect. Now, John, there's no way I can know which ones are where, correct? Correct, yes. Just for fun, John, why don't you and Timey switch boxes? Sorry, Martin. All right, there we go. We had John up here already. Martin, just for fun, why don't you switch boxes with Timey? Done. So, Timey, you have a box? Yes? Perfect. John, you have your hand on the box on the table? Sorry, Martin. Yes, Martin, you have your hand on the box on the table? Martin has a hand on the box. Perfect. Good. All right. So, Martin, please come untie my face. There we go. Perfect. Oh, jeez, Martin. Oh, not so gentle anymore. Here, let me help you. There we go. All right. Not so gentle anymore, are we? All right. So, let's recap. Inside these 3 boxes are my keys, my wallet, my phone. Correct? Correct. Now, Timey, you mixed them up, put them in a new order, right? And when you finished, you didn't really know which item wound up where when you were done, correct? Correct. And then Martin, you chose these boxes by your own decisions.
Yes.
But you had no idea which item was in what box when you did so, correct?
Correct.
Correct. Yes. And then your decisions put these 3 boxes in these 3 positions, correct? And in fact, we even switched them around after.
Exactly.
But you have no idea which item wound up where, correct?
Correct.
Correct. I want you both to imagine that same situation. You're a mugger, you think I'm an easy mark. You see me walking towards you, bump your shoulder into mine, you reach your hands in my pocket, you grab all 3 objects. You see them vividly and clearly in your hands. Timey, you have my keys. Martin, you have my phone, which means the box behind me should have my wallet inside. Timey, open up your box, take out my keys to show everybody. Martin, my phone. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, in the very end, I hung on to my wallet. Thank you so much. Give these 2 a huge round of applause. Now, before we send you back, before we started this little game, I gave you each something. I gave you an envelope, right? So go get them out. I'll take mine back as well. Get them out, pull them out. Yeah. Inside, actually, you know what? Let's do this, because we don't know what's in where, correct?
Correct.
Correct. Just for fun, let's open up, let's see what's inside. Ready? No, actually, no. Let's keep it normal. Let's keep it with the one you started, right? Right?
That would make sense.
That would make sense. Okay, just for fun, let's open up and see what's inside. So inside you'll find a folded up sheet of paper. Go ahead, pull it out. Don't unfold it just yet. On 3, let's unfold them, show everybody what they say. Ready? 1, 2, 3. As you can see, Timey, I knew you'd wind up with my keys. Martin with my phone, and in the end, I will keep my wallet as well. Give these 2 a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. You may head back to your seats. Well done. All right. Thank you, Martin. All right. By the way, Joy, how is this doing? Good? Haven't done anything to it so far? No shenanigans? Perfect. All right, let's get into some real mind reading. After all, that's what I do and what I do well. So I need a couple people to help me out. So let's get, what is your name?
Nancy.
Nancy, would you mind just standing? You don't have to come on stage. Just stand up for me, please. And let's get, what is your name? Kyla, would you mind standing up for me as well? Perfect. So Nancy and Kyla, I'm going to ask what may seem like a strange question, but when you think, do you think more in words or in pictures? Kyla? Words. Nancy? Words. It's interesting because people who think in words tend to be a little bit more logical, rational kinds of people. People who think in pictures tend to be more creative, emotional kinds of people. And the truth is, everyone's a little bit of both. But when you understand what someone's default is, it's really easy to get under the hood, so to speak. And that's where these two little notepads come into play because what I have done is I have collected words. And as you can see, we've got a bunch in here. We've got ocean, space, spring, clown, theater, scientist, policeman, house, bank, sky, robot, doctor, etc. Kyla, palm up for me, please. Perfect. Don't move. Now, like this, perfect. Awesome, and inside this one, we have more. We have computer, money, breakfast, time, vacation, light, toy, music, game, beach, construction. Palm up for me, please. Perfect. Don't move. Now, the reason why I have these words inside these notepads is because they are designed to make you think of images or pictures that go along with these words. So this is what I want each of you to do. I want each of you to put your hand out in front of you just like this. Get your free hand, yes. Perfect. There we go. Notice I said nothing about wiggling the fingers as well. What I want you to do is I want you to take your free hand, put your fingertips on top, put your thumb in the bottom of the pages, somewhere in the middle of the notepad, lift up and look at a word. Go ahead. Look at that word, remember whatever image or picture is associated with that word, and when you have it committed to memory, close up the pad and remember what you saw, all right? Got it? Perfect. It was Nancy, right? Nancy into the bin, and your name was again? Kyla into the bin. So Nancy and Kyla. Nancy and Kyla, you should each be thinking of, stay standing for me, please. You should be each thinking of a word and like a picture or an image with that word, correct? Correct? Perfect. Let's begin. So let's start with you. What I want you to do, Kyla, is I want you to think of the word you saw first. See it in your mind, and I want you to see it big, bold, black letters, white background, like it's printed on the screen behind me or on a billboard on the side of the highway. I want you to do the same thing. See that word you saw and spell it in your mind, letter by letter by letter by letter. Make it big, make it vivid, make it clear. Same thing, big, vivid, clear, letter by letter by letter by letter. Letter by letter. Yours isn't very long. Yours is maybe only 4 or 5 letters. Is that correct? You can answer out loud. Yeah. Yes. Back to you. Same thing. Letter by letter by letter by letter. Yours is longer. Yours is about 7 or 8 letters. Am I on the right track? Yeah. You're going to give me trouble. Back to you. Focus on what this word means. So if it's a thing, imagine that thing. If it's a person, imagine that person. If it's a place, imagine that place. See, this is a place. This is someplace you could go. Yeah. This is a place you've been before. Once or more than once? Once or twice? Okay, so this isn't like Coquitlam or Vancouver or Paris. This is a little bit more, not generic, but like there's more than one of this place, correct? Yeah, or like there's different types or different kinds, like you could find more than one. Am I on the right track? Perfect. Back to you. Focus on what this word means. Imagine if it's a thing, that thing. If it's a person, there's more than one kind of this, or no, it's like it changes or it could change. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, back to you. Focus on the image with the word. Whatever image is with that word in your mind, focus on that, all right? This is a physical thing, like something you could touch, yes? Yeah. Is this something you own? Have you owned one in the past? Would you find this in a particular place? Does this make noise? Can you hold this in one hand? No. Is this something you would lick? No. Is this something Nancy would lick? No, okay. I think I know what yours is. I think it's going to be something like this. Nice and loud. What word are you thinking of? Sorry? Farm. And the image? A pig. Is that close enough for you? One down, you may have a seat. Thank you so much. Focus on the word. Focus on the image. Focus on the image. Does Harry Potter make sense? Maybe? I think it's going to be something like this. Nancy, nice and loud, what word are you thinking of?
Weather.
Sorry?
Weather.
Weather. And the image?
Cloud and a lightning strike.
So the word weather and like a little lightning cloud with a little lightning bolt. Nancy, is that close enough for you? Thank you so much. You may have a seat. This gets infinitely more difficult when the words and the images are unrelated. So that's why tonight I brought along these. I brought along some little white cards and some golf pencils. So I'm going to pass these out. There's only about 12 of them. I'm going to pass them out. And if you get a little white card and a golf pencil, I need you to do two very specific things. The first thing I need you to do is I need you to draw something, all right? Now, it can be anything you like as long as it follows three simple rules. Rule number one, it's something simple, something that doesn't take too long to draw. So take a card, take a pencil, pass them out. So, rule number two, it needs to be something unique, something that when you see your drawing or something like it, you will recognize it as, yeah, that's the thing I drew. Rule number three, no dirty pictures. If I don't have rule number three, all I get on those 12 little white cards, dicks, each and every one. So, underneath your drawing, your simple, unique drawing, I want you to write down a word. And now it can be any word you like, as long as it is unrelated to your drawings. Take a card, take a pencil, pass them down. For example, if you draw a hammer, do not write the word nail. Once you are finished, I want you to turn your card face down. Do not show or tell anybody. Do we need a recap? Yes. So, for those of you that have a little white card with a pencil, on that little white card, I want you to draw something simple, something unique, no dicks. And then underneath that drawing, you're going to write down an unrelated word. Once you are finished, you're going to take that card, put it face down. Do not show or tell anyone. Now, for the hardest part of the show. Does anybody have a $20 bill? I promise you will get it back. Perfect. If you have a $20 bill in your pocket, your purse, your wallet, wherever it happens to be, I want you to take it out, hold it up nice and high, hold it up above your head so everybody can see where it is. More importantly, so Nancy can see where they all are. So if you have a $20 bill, hold it up nice and high. Let's see where they all are. Joy, don't worry about it. You already have enough to think of, so you're off the hook. But for everyone else who has a $20 bill, let's see where they are. Hold them up nice and high. Let's see where all that money is. So Nancy, around the room, $20 bills popping up in the air, right? Two things. Thing number one, these are the people you asked to buy you a drink after the show. Thing number two, Nancy, is you're going to choose one of these $20 bills to continue with. So keep them up nice and high. Let's see where they are. Nancy, which $20 bill would you like us to continue with? The lady over there. You might have to be a little more specific, Nancy. So up here, where everyone is pointing? Yes. Keep it up nice and high. What is your name? Danny. Sorry? Danny. I want to be very clear about something, okay? I do not want to touch your $20 bill. I do not want to go near your $20 bill. But I need you to do something very specific with it. It's going to seem silly, but I promise there's a reason why, all right? So, Danny, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take that $20 bill and I want you to look the queen in the eyes, all right? Now, staring at the queen, I want you to fold it in half so the queen stays on the outside. So when it's folded in half, you can still see her whole face. Go ahead. Fold it in half. Perfect. Corner to corner, neatness counts. Give it a good crease, all right? Perfect. But you can still see the queen's face, yes? Perfect. Now, I want you to fold it in half one more time, same way, so you can still see the queen's whole face, forehead to chin. Perfect. Now again, I do not want to touch your $20 bill. I do not want to go near your $20 bill. So, to keep it safe, Danny, give it a good crease, make sure it stays folded, and I want you to put it in this envelope, seal it shut. Got it? Perfect. Finally, we need somebody to think of someone they are close to. Let's go with the lady in the light-colored top. What is your name? Claire. Claire, I need you to think of someone you're close to, someone you speak to regularly, but someone who is not in the room tonight. Can you think of somebody? Perfect. Just the first name. That's all. If it's a parent, don't write mom, dad. That's boring. First name. Got it? Perfect. Do you have somebody in mind? All right. So Claire, I'm going to give you a card and an envelope. Whatever that person's name is, I just want you to put it right there for me, please. When you're finished, put it in the envelope, seal it shut. Don't show anybody. Don't tell anybody, especially this guy. He looks shady. Like I say, seal it up when you're done. All right? So, around the room, There are also 12 little white cards, hopefully, that now have drawings and words on them as well. So if you have a little white card with a drawing and a word on it, I want you to put your hand up nice and high so we can see where you are. More importantly, so Nancy can see where you are. Nancy, as you can see around the room, there are hands popping up with little white cards. I don't want to touch any of those either. So this is what I want you to do. So if you have a little card, keep your hand up nice and high. What I want you to do, Nancy, is I want you to collect them for me, all right? Keep them face down, mix them up as you go. Make sure that you don't know who or where they came from. So go ahead, keep your hands up. Let's see where you are. So Nancy, go ahead, start collecting them. There should be about 6 on either side of the room. If they're in the middle of the aisle, pass them face down to the aisle so we can get them easily. So go ahead, pass them face down, mix them up if you want as well. Just make sure you don't know who or where they came from. While you do that, Nancy, everybody else who doesn't have their hand up and isn't touching a card is going to give you a huge round of applause for helping out. Perfect. So while she does that, Danny, your $20 bill sealed away. No one's touched it, correct? Correct? Correct. Claire, your name sealed away. Haven't shown or told anybody. No one knows who's on that card or who that person is, correct? Correct. Perfect. How are we doing, Nancy? We don't need all of them. We just need most of them. As long as we got a selection, perfect. Thank you very much. All right. So, Nancy, I want you to give those another little mix, and I want you to stand right here for me, please. And while you do that, again, you're going to get another huge round of applause for helping out. So just right here for me. Now, Nancy, you have a handful to choose from, yes? Any double-sided ones we can just toss in the purple bin. But what I want you to do, Nancy, is I want you to pick one, just one, all right? Whichever card you want, it can be from the top, the bottom, the middle, it's up to you. But whichever card you like, Nancy, I want you to turn it over, look at the drawing, look at the word, remember both. Let me know when you're done. Done? You looked at a card? I did. And you can remember the drawing and the word? Yeah. Great. Whichever card you looked at, I want you to put it face down in this envelope for me, please. Done? Yeah. All right, so you have a drawing and a word in mind, yes? It's locked in? Perfect. We're going to give that to you. And I also want you to pick another card, but this time don't look at it, all right? Keep it secret. We don't want to know what it is or what was drawn on the card until later. So whichever card you like, put it face down in this envelope for me, please. Done? All right. I will trade you envelopes for cards, and I want you to pick up Claire's name and Danny's $20 bill to another huge round of applause. Perfect. As you pick up the envelopes, hold them up to the light. Make sure you can't read what's inside. Give them a mix so you don't know who or where they came from, all right? And make sure that you have them all shuffled up so we don't know where or who they belong to. And what I want you to do, Nancy, is I want you to come to this table, stand right here for me, please. And I just want you to take those envelopes and just put them in the stand. 1, 2, 3, 4 for me, please. Perfect. Oh, yeah, make sure we have them all, yes. So just 1, 2, 3, 4 on end for me, please. Perfect. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. We'll get you back standing where you were just a minute ago. Just right there for me, please. So, to recap, inside these 4 envelopes, there's a drawing and a word you have seen, a drawing and a word no one has seen, Danny's $20 bill, and Claire's name, none of which I have seen or touched. Correct? Correct. Let's begin. So, you said you think in words, yes?
Yes.
Yes, so let's start with the word. Whatever word you saw on that card, picture it again in your mind, vivid and clear. Big, bold, black lines, white background, and I want you to see it in your mind, letter by letter by letter by letter, letter by letter by letter by letter, over and over and over again. This isn't very long. This is maybe only 4 or 5 letters. Am I on the right track? Yeah. And it starts with a hard sound like a D or a T, like a D, T, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Focus on it. See it in your mind, letter by letter. Yeah, it's going to be something like this. Nice and loud, Nancy. What word are you thinking of?
Trash.
Trash. As in like garbage, like trash. Nancy, is that close enough for you? Thank you so much. Whose word is this? Who wrote this down? Where are you? Over there. What is your name? Dave. Not Dave, but Dave. Dave, would you mind just standing up for me, please? Dave, can you remember what you drew? Yes. Don't say what it is, Dave. That's not mind reading. That's just listening. So I want you to imagine that drawing again. okay? But I want you, Dave, what do you do? What do you work in an office? What kind of office? Accounting office. So what you're saying, Dave, is that you're an accountant. Yes. Okay. Typical accountant needs to make it more complicated than it has to be. All right. How long have you been an accountant for, Dave? Quite some time. What do you do for fun? Various things. Like accounting, maybe. Married? Married? No. Any children? No. You sound a little relieved, Dave. That should be enough. I think it's going to be something like this. Close enough? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Dave, what did you draw? A window. Probably for that office where you do all your accounting, isn't it? A window. Is that close enough for you? Thank you so much. Nancy, you may have a seat. Dave, you can have a seat as well. All right, that is one down. I think that's this one. Let's move on. Let's move on to the drawing and the word that no one saw. So everyone who drew something, I want you to draw it in your mind again. Make it vivid, make it clear. Big, bold, black lines, white background, vivid and clear. Trace it in your mind, not with a marker, but with a paintbrush. Make it big, make it vivid, make it clear. Big, high contrast lines, white background. Make it stand out. This is going to be the drawing. And this is the word. What is your name? Amber. Would you mind just holding that face down? Don't show anybody. Don't look at it just yet. But Amber, you're going to be the eyes and the ears for the entire room. All right? So Amber, what we're going to do is we're going to open up a mystery drawing. You're going to describe it for everybody here. Okay? I think this is it. So let's find out what it is. Okay? So let's have a look. Oh my God. Okay. It's Amber, right? Amber. Okay, so let's start with the drawing first.
Okay.
So can you please describe the drawing?
Smirk?
A smirk.
Yeah.
Like-
someone, like a face with a smirk with cool shades on.
So, and not like a real face, like a round.
Like a round face with shades on and it looks like a smirk.
So it's kind of like an emoji.
Emoji.
An emoji.
There you go.
Okay. So an emoji wearing sunglasses with like a little half smile or a smirk.
Yes.
And there's a word underneath, Amber. What is the word?
The word is vodka.
Vodka. So a little smirking emoji smiley face, wearing sunglasses, and the word vodka. Is that close enough for you? Thank you so much. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Where's Danny? Danny, we're down to 2. Inside one of these is your $20 bill. Inside the other, Claire's name. Now, Danny, which one do you think has your money in it? The one closer to me or the one closer to you? On that side. Are you sure? Nope. I think you're wrong. I'll bet you $20. I think it's in that one. Why don't we find out? Come on up, Danny. Give her a round of applause, everybody. So, Danny will get you to stand right where Nancy was. So, inside one of these envelopes, Danny, could be your money. But it could also be, just right there for me, please, but it could also be Claire's name. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, just right there for me, please. We're going to open it up. We're going to find out what's inside. If it's a little white card with a name on it, I want you to crumple it up in your fist, make sure no one can see it, touch it, smell it, anything like that. If we open the envelope and a $20 bill is inside, What I want you to do is I want you to hold it up in front of everybody, but keep it folded. Got it? So if it's money, hold it up, make sure it stays folded. If it's a little name on a little white card, squish it. Got it? Here we go. Reach inside, pull out what you find. Yes or no, is it a $20 bill? Yes. Perfect. So, Danny, we had you fold that bill in a very particular way, correct? Yes. Now, there's a reason why. Every dollar bill printed in Canada is unique. Does anybody know why? A serial number. Every dollar bill printed in Canada has a 10-character serial number, 3 letters followed by 7 numbers. The chance of being able to guess that correctly in sequence is around 176 billion to 1, give or take. Now, we had you fold that bill in that particular way because even if I could see through these envelopes, I cannot see the serial number on the outside of that folded bill, can I? No. Danny, do you remember where you got your $20 bill? Sure don't. It's a good problem to have, money just appearing in your wallet. I want you to imagine taking that $20 bill, so wherever it was, in your pocket, your purse, your wallet, wherever it happened to be, all right? Yeah, I want you to imagine taking it out, just like you did a few minutes ago, taking it out, holding it in your hands, folding it up, putting it in the envelope. Imagine the sights, the smells, imagine how it feels in your fingers. Try and make that memory as vivid as you can. Pick it up, pull it out, put it in the envelope. And as soon as you're done and you seal that envelope, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch. Your mind shakes, you go back to the beginning. It's like a video on fast forward and repeat, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Get the bill, pull it out, fold it up in the envelope. Again and again and again and again, again and again and again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Oh, Danny, what did you have for lunch 2 days ago? Don't worry about it. Focus on the bill. Focus on the bill. Over and over and over again. Don't stop. Don't stop. Make it vivid. Make it clear. Which sock do you put on first in the morning, left or right?
Right.
Always?
Nope.
Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I? Oh, first letter. Danny, unfold your $20 bill. On the side opposite of the queen, you should see the serial number printed twice along the bottom, yes? In a very clear voice, can you please read that serial number for us? Is that it? That's it? Give Danny a round of applause, everybody. Danny, don't remember, that is your souvenir. You get to keep that. All right. Claire, all that's left is your name. Think of this person. Imagine them here. Imagine how they move. Imagine how they sound. Even Who wrote down the word person? What is your name? D. Sorry? D. Can you remember your drawing? Yes. What did you draw? 3. Close enough? Yeah. Focus on this person. Imagine them here. Imagine how they move. Imagine how they sound. Even try and imitate them in your mind if you can. This is a woman, isn't it? Yeah. Around your age, give or take a few years? A few years. Younger than you. Mother, maybe? Think of the last conversation you had. Whatever that was, whenever it was, whether it was in person, telephone, text message, whatever. Imagine it again, but imagine it here. You said your mother, right? Is your mother in Coquitlam area? Okay. And she's not here? Not tonight in the room? Okay. What is your mother's name? Joan. As in like Joan of Arc. Claire. Is that close enough for you? Give Claire a huge round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much. Now, we are going to take a short break. So if you do want to grab a drink, go to the washroom, now is the perfect time. But before you do, we have one important thing to take care of in the intermission, and that has to do with this little white box just over here. A few of you probably noticed it on the way in, but we are going to need that box, and more importantly, the information you are all about to put in that box later on when we come back to the show. So as you can see, next to the box we have a little card stand that gives you some instructions as well as some little colored bits of paper. So what I need you to do, there's only a few left, so hurry if you want to take part in this, but what I need you to do is I need you to fill out the information on that paper, fold it up, drop it in the box. Now it is anonymous, so you don't have to worry about putting your name on it, you're not going to get called out for it or anything like that, but I do need very specific information from you. So over here you can see that we have our choices. On the pink bits of paper, we need an everyday object of some kind. Maybe it's something you find in your house, in your car, in Dave's office, wherever it happens to be, all right? You can, any everyday object you want, it can be big, it can be small, whatever it is, write it down, fold it up, drop it in the box. On the blue bits of paper, we need a location of some kind. A city, a country, a room of the house, a store, whatever you want. It can be any place you want, a location of some type. Again, write it down, fold it up, drop it in the box. And on the yellow bits of paper, we need a famous person or character. Could be a real person, a fictional character, living or dead, politician, singer, actor, whatever you want. Now you can fill out one, you can fill out all three, but the point is, write them down, fold them up, drop them in the box, and make sure it's anonymous and you do not tell anybody. All right? The goal is to have them all gone by the time we come back from the interval. So by all means, if you want to come down and fill out that information, it is all there for you. You should have some golf pencils. You can fill out, like I say, one or all three. It is up to you. But for now, we're going to take a little break, and we will see you in just a few minutes. Thank you very much, and see you for the second half. All right, how are we doing, everybody? Perfect. Thank you so much. So, a couple quick things now that we are back from the break. First of all, Joy, how is this? Good. Nothing happened to it during the break? It's been fine. You stayed and you were vigilant the entire time. Pretty much. Did you stay and were you vigilant the entire time? You left, you took off, left Joy by herself. Didn't want to incur the wrath of the balloon, I assume, yes. But this is good. This is good, and you're sure about that. Perfect. We have a yes over here as well. Everyone is keeping an eye on this. All right, so now that we have taken care of this once again, the other thing we need to do, Joy, is to make sure that now everyone's had a little bit of a break, they've gone to the bathroom, they've had a drink, all that stuff. We need to make sure we're all on the same page. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to do a quick little warm-up to get us recalibrated, get us back in the mood for the last half of the show. So this is what I want each and every one to do, a little warm-up, a little exercise, to make sure that our minds are all still ready for what is about to happen. So I want each and every one of you to just follow along with what I say. So just follow. I want each and every one to put your hands up in front of you just like this. Again, notice I said nothing about wiggling the fingers. With your hands out in front of you, I want you to give a nice little shake. Let your hands relax. Let your fingers flop around. Let the blood rush to your fingertips. Let your fingers flick and flop, and let your hands relax. And after a few shakes, we're just going to move down to the elbows. Make some nice, gentle little circles just like this. Perfect. And after a few circles, we're going to change direction, go the other way, just like this. And when I say, I want you to ball your hands in a fist and put them on your chin, just like so. Good. Most of you are still with me. There's a few of you still making circles. We're going to do this one more time. One more time. Same thing. Just follow along with what I say. Hands out in front. Give a nice little shake. Perfect. We're going to do a little faster this time. It's just same thing. Next, we're going to move down the elbows. Make some nice little circles. Just like this. Good. After a few circles, we're going to change direction. Go the other way. Perfect. And when I say, I want you to ball your hands in a fist and put them on your cheeks. Cheeks. Sir, if you haven't found your cheeks yet, you're not going to. It's all right. But it seems that we are all ready. I can still get inside your head, so we're all still good to go. So now that we have taken care of this and that, we can carry on with the second half. So a little bit about what I do for a living. Like I say, I do travel around the world doing shows just like this for people just like you. And a lot of people, when they ask me what I do for a living, and I say, I am a magician, I am a mentalist, they don't always know what that means, but for some reason they always expect that at some point, whether it's in a show like this, or at a house party, or if it's a little networking event, it is without fail that someone's going to ask me to do a card trick. And I'm going to let you all in a little secret. I hate card tricks. Oh, I like how you're the only person who's disappointed. So what I wanted to do here for you tonight is a card trick. Get it out of the way. So we're going to do a card trick, but we're going to do it my way. We're going to do it the way I like to do it, rather than what most people expect when they see kind of a pick a card, find a card kind of situation. So we need a few people to help out. What is your name? Sophia. Sophia, I'm going to let you make some choices, all right? So Sophia, I want you to stand up, and I want you to turn and look at the rest of the crowd, all right? So Sophia, what I need you to do is I need you to pick 3 people, all right? So we're going to pick someone from this side of the room, more or less. I kind of think of like a line here somewhere, right? And then you're going to pick someone from the middle of the room, and then you're going to pick someone from this side of the room. Understand? So let's go back over here. Let's start on this side. So somewhere on this kind of third of the room. It can be someone at the front, at the back, but on this side. Sophia, who would you like that person to be? Which one? The gentleman with the glasses?
No, the one that
The lady next to him. What is your name? Yeah. Louise. Louise, would you mind just standing up? You don't have to stay, you don't have to move from where you are, but just stand up for me, please, all right? So that's one, Sophia. We need our person in the middle. Who would you like our person in the middle to be? This counts as the middle. Right next to Martin. What is your name? Devinda. Devinda, would you mind standing up for me, please? So we have Devinda, and finally, is it Sophia or Sophia? Sophia. Finally, someone from this side. Who would you like to be? The gentleman in the stripes? The lady in the black vest. Yes, what is your name? Yes, you. Yeah. Yeah, I can see you, yes. This isn't like a Zoom chat where you turn off your camera. It's. What is your name? Sorry? Donna? Donna, would you mind just standing up for me as well? Perfect. So we have, it was Donna, Devinda, and your name was again? Louise. So Donna, Devinda, and Louise. Here's the thing. You can have a seat. Give Sophia a round of applause, everybody. So here's the thing. If I were to stand up here and say, hey, think of a playing card. There are 3 playing cards that people pick more often than any others. The Ace of Spades, the Queen of Hearts, the 7 of Diamonds, in that order. Chances are at least more than one person was thinking of one of those 3 cards right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get each of you to think of a playing card, but we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to start with you, Louise. Louise, I just want you to hold your hand palm up for me, please. What I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to take a look at what, don't pick the Joker on the face. We can all see that one, all right? That's not very impressive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to hold your hand up like this. We're going to put it in your hand. You're just going to lift up, and you're going to look at one card and remember it. Got it? So we're going to put that right there. Lift up, look at one. Got it? Remember it? It's in your head. You know what it is?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
It's locked in. It's in your mind. You can see it. You're not going to forget it. Are you sure? Because if you forget it, Louise, this is going to be a terrible, terrible trick. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect. Stay standing for me, please. So we have one. Devinda, same thing. Palm up for me, please. Perfect. We're going to get you to have a little look at one of the cards. So go ahead, lift up, look at one card. Committed to memory. Got it? I'll take that back from you. Stay standing for me, please. And finally, Donna, palm up for me, please. Palm up. Yep. Same thing. Lift up, look at one card for me. Great. Got it? You can remember it? It's locked in? You hope so. I hope so too, Donna. Don't forget it. Keep it in there, all right? So I want each of you to stay standing, and and I'm going to ask you to stay standing, and I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. So I want you to each of you close your eyes now, all right? And I want you to keep your eyes closed until I tell you to sit down, all right? So with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the card you just saw. So whatever card you looked at, I want you to see it again in front of you, but I want you to see it big, like it's painted on the side of a building or it's on a billboard on the side of the highway. Make it vivid, make it clear. If it's a face card, imagine all the intricate designs, all of the intricacies that make it a face card. The faces, the lines, the colors, see it vivid and clear in your head. If it's a spot card, a number card, imagine a big white expanse with big blotches of color for the pips in the middle of the card. If it's a black card, imagine the deepest, darkest black you have ever seen. If it's a red card, imagine the brightest, hottest red you have ever seen. Look at the numbers or the letters in the corner of the card. Imagine the curves, the lines, the swirls, the designs. Make it vivid and clear in your head. Three of hearts, 9 of diamonds, queen of clubs. If I've named your card, please sit down. Thank you very much. Little concern there for a minute, Donna. You and me both. Now here's the thing. You look like an intelligent audience. A few of you are probably sitting here thinking, I've seen that before. I know how that works. I bet each and every one of those cards are exactly the same. And if you're sitting there thinking that, you are 100% correct. Aside from the Joker on the face, each and every one of these cards is absolutely identical. For example, let's take a look. For example, if you take off the rubber bands and you take the Joker off the face, you will see that the card underneath Donna is absolutely 100% blank, which is exactly the same as the card underneath Sophia, which is also 100% blank, which is the same as the one under that, and 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 each and every single card all the way through this entire pack is absolutely identical and absolutely 100% blank, and that is how I do a card trick. Give our volunteers a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. Now that we have gotten back from the break, by the way, Joy, this is still good, right? Perfect. Now that we've gotten back from the break, I do want to address our friend in the corner, our little white box. Now, before we took our little break, before we went into the intermission, I asked each and every one of you if you want to come down and fill out one of the colored slips of paper. I asked for a pink bit of paper with an object on it. I asked for a blue bit of paper with a location or landmark of some kind. And on a yellow piece of paper, I asked for a fictional character or a famous person. Now, just by a round of applause, how many of you filled out information and dropped it in the box? Perfect. So, we saw a couple over here. So go ahead. If you put something in the box, put your hand up. Let's see where you are. Perfect. We've got a few people over there. We've got a few people here. Perfect. Keep it up nice and high. But I also want to make sure that at no point nothing happened to the box, right? They was all sitting here. Everyone put their stuff in, but no one from me or the theater did anything to this box, correct? Correct? Correct. Perfect. Let's go up here. Next to Tanya, what is your name?
Anne.
Sorry?
Anne.
Anne, did you put anything in the box? No. Perfect. Anne, would you come help me for a second? Give her a round of applause, everybody. Anne. Oh, there go all of my pencils. Yay, gravity. All right. So, Anne, we're just going to get you to stand right here for me, please. Now, Anne, we're also going to get a couple other people to help you out. So, let's go with... let's go a little bit over here. What is your name?
Jane.
Jane, would you mind helping me as well? Give her a round of applause, everybody. Jane, we're going to get you right next to Anne. And let's get one more. Let's get the gentleman in the checkered or the striped shirt. What is your name, sir?
Sal.
Sorry?
Sal.
Sal, would you join me as well? Give him a round of applause, everybody. Sal, we're going to get right. Sorry, your name was again?
Jane.
Jane, we're going to get you right next to Jane. So Anne, Jane, and Sal, we're going to get you to help out with the box. Now, We already asked you, but Jane, Sal, did any of you put anything in the box? You did, and you did. Perfect. So, the reason why I asked for this information in this box is because when I was a kid, I loved playing Clue. I loved playing Clue. It was my favorite game. I always won, mostly because I cheated. But that's beside the point. That's beside the point. But because I always win, no one wants to play with me anymore. So what I have done is we've made our own version of Clue. So now in here, we have our yellow bits of paper, which are our suspects. We have our blue bits of paper, which are the scenes of the crime. And we have our pink bits of paper, which are the murder weapons. Ooh. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to play our own little game of Clue. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach inside the box, and we're going to get each of you to pull out a slip of paper. So let's start with Anne. I want you to reach inside, Anne, and I want you to pull out any blue piece of paper you like. Go ahead.
Okay.
Done? Yep. Jane, I want you to reach inside, pull out any yellow piece of paper you like. Done? All right. And finally, Sal, I want you to pull out any, you're not colorblind, are you, Sal?
I hope not.
You're hoping to, me too. Any pink piece of paper you like. Got it? Yep. All right. So each of you have a slip of paper. I want you to unfold it, read what it says. You can show each other, but show no one else. Let me know when you are done. And when you are finished, I want you to crumple up in your fist, make sure no one can see it. Get at it, look at it, read it, anything like that. Go ahead. Done? Yes? Okay, so let's start with Anne. Anne, you have a blue sheet of paper, so you should be thinking of a location or a landmark of some kind. Yes? Yes. So let's start with something simple. Is this a place you're familiar with?
Yes.
Yes. Is this a place you've been? Yes. Once or more than once? More than once. Okay, this is kind of like before. This isn't like Vancouver or Paris. This is a little bit more generic. Like there's more than one of this place, correct?
That's correct.
Correct. Is this a room of the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm on track. Let's start again. Let's try it. Here we go. Let's go with this. Okay. Jane, you're thinking of a famous person or character, yes? Is this a famous person or character you're familiar with? Somewhat. This is a real person. It's not a fictional character. It's a woman. Older. Dead. Yes, like a book, Jane. All right. Thank you, Sal. All right, I'm going to go with this. And finally, Sal, you're thinking of an everyday object, yes? Yes. Is this an object you're familiar with? Is this an object you own? One or more than one? More than one. Is this an object you'd find in a particular place? Yes. Would you find this in a particular room of the house? Yes. Is this an object that you would buy and use over and over and over again, or buy, use once, and it's done? So it's a disposable item. Yes. And it's Sal, would you use this by yourself or with a friend? By yourself. And it gets wet, doesn't it? 6 letters. I'm going to go with this. Okay. Okay, we're going to go with that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am committed. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a murder. A body was found earlier today. What is your name, sir?
Len.
Sorry?
Len.
Len was found brutally beaten to death. But what tipped police off to foul play is that Len was found in a place he never should have been, a place he never goes, a place he had no business being. Louise, what was that place?
A bedroom.
A bedroom. A bedroom. Thank you very much. But Len, after hours and hours of investigating your crime, your murder, a suspect was apprehended. But that suspect was so famous, so well known, that her face was on every tabloid in every supermarket across the country. Jane, who was that suspect? Betty White. Betty White! Thank you. But Len, after hours and hours of interrogation, Betty White cracked. She came clean. She confessed to everything. She gave the motive. Crime of passion. She gave them opportunity. She even gave them the murder weapon. Sal, what was that murder weapon?
The deadly tea bag.
Thank you so much. Back to your seats.
Betty White in the bedroom. Teabag. That just sounds like a lovely afternoon gone wrong, doesn't it? Apparently. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is coming to a close. One of these days I'm going to get that without having to do this first. Have you had fun? I also had a blast. It is not often that I get to come back to the West Coast and hang out in Vancouver, so it is fantastic that I get to come out and spend time in one of my favorite places on the entire planet. And I mean that sincerely. I've been to a lot of places all over the globe, and coming back to the Vancouver metropolitan area, to Coquitlam, to Burnaby, it's always a blast. I love coming out to this part of the world because it is filled with such wonderful things, such wonderful people. So to everyone here at Evergreen, to all of you, give yourself a round of applause because I could not do this without you. So it means the world to me that you're not only coming out and supporting me, but you're supporting live theater, live performance, because without that, people like me don't have a job. And we don't get to do the things that we love for people like you.
That being said, if you want to follow more of my shenanigans along the way, and you want to find out where I am, what I'm up to, if I'm in a place near you, the best way to do it is follow me on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I have LinkedIn if you want to go that far. But you can follow me on social media. And in fact, if you want to let me know what you thought of the show, if you had a fun time tonight, the best way to do that is hop on Instagram, leave a comment, send a message, and let me know that you enjoyed yourself here tonight. If you didn't like the show, the internet is a myth. It doesn't exist. But you can find me there, and like I say, find out when I'm in your area, if I'm doing another show, if you happen to, there's a public show going on, or if you want to tell your friends that are living someplace else that I happen to be, that is the best way to do it. So while you're there, if you want to open up, you can find me at Newman Mentalism, and while you're there, like, follow, share, you know the drill. But, Joy, before we wrap up tonight, how is this?
This is good.
You sure? Okay. Before we get to this, will you help me with one more thing? Come on up. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Joy will just get you just on the other side of the table here. Now, Joy, do you like to read?
Yes.
Yes. What do you like to read? Mysteries. Interesting. Most of the time I ask people, they just go, books. I also like to read, and the reason why is because, like I said, this is my full-time job. I'm lucky enough that I get to travel around the world doing shows just like this in places just like the Evergreen for people just like you. But every once in a while, Joy, I wind up in a place that's kind of in the middle of nowhere, no TV, no what. Case in point, I'm actually on a cruise contract in a couple weeks. It takes me right through the middle of the Pacific Ocean and nowhere else. So a lot of times what I do in those long stretches of time, I read books. Sometimes I'll find, something that's around me, but a lot of times, and especially in some of these small little towns in the prairies, there's always like a used bookstore somewhere, right? You walk in, old part of downtown, it's all dusty, there's used books from the floor all the way up to the rafters. I walk in with 20 bucks, I buy 20 books, and that's what I do while I'm in those places for an extended period of time. And I brought 3 of my favorites with me here tonight. I brought The Prestige by Christopher Priest. Really good book, really good movie. Have you read it? No. We'll just get you to come stand right here. Have a look, make sure it's a real book. All the pages are different, nothing stuck together, anything like that, all right? I also brought Divergent by Veronica Roth. Again, really good book, not so great movie, I found. Same thing, make sure it's a real book. There's no, trapdoor, solar panels, anything like that. Thank you. And finally, I brought, don't judge me, Sophia. Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Same thing, make sure it's a real book. A lot of people argue it's not a real book anyway, but it's a real book.
Did you actually read it?
I did actually read that thing. So it's a long trip, Joy. So from here on out, Joy, we're going to only carry on with one of these books. So which book would you like to continue with?
This one.
Divergent by Veronica Roth.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%.
100%.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Positive.
Absolutely. Positively.
Listen, Joy. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be amazing. They're all going to clap, mostly for you. But the last thing I want is for you to go home from here tonight, walk through your front door, go into your bedroom, put on your pajamas, lay down, fall asleep, and at 3 in the morning jump up and say, I wish I would have had one more chance to change my mind. Are you sure you want to use Divergent by Veronica Roth?
I want Divergent by Veronica Roth.
Okay, come stand right here for me, please. Now, we're going to make this really simple. I'm going to run this down the side of the book. You're going to say stop whenever you want, all right?
Stop.
Right there. So, little past halfway, are you sure? Do you want to stay here or do you want to try again, pick a different page? You're good here. You're sure.
100%.
Okay. So, here's what's going to happen, Joy. I'm going to peel back the corner of the book, and I want you to take a look at the very first word in the first word on the page. Got it? Got it. Okay, so here we go. So, first word on the page should be somewhere around there. Can you see it?
Yes.
Is it a word you know?
Yes.
A word you can recognize? A word you can remember? Do you need, right there? Got it?
Yes.
You have it?
I got it.
A word you can write down?
Yes.
Perfect. We're going to give that back to you. And I'm also going to give you a marker. There you go. And a paper pad. Do you want weather or tea bag? Tea bag it is. All right. So you can put the book down if you like, but I'm going to give that to you. Now, you and I are going to stand back to back, okay? So, Joy, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write down your word. Do write it nice and big, but don't show anybody just yet, all right? So whenever you're finished your word, hold it nice and close to your chest so no one can see it, look at it, read it. I can't see it, anything like that. So go ahead, write down your word. But as you write down your word, Joy, I want you to imagine what this word means. For example, if it's an object or a thing, imagine interacting with that object or thing in some way, all right? If it's an action or an activity, imagine performing that action or activity. If it's a descriptive word, imagine something that matches that description. Joy, do you understand? Yeah, you have a word written down? And it's not like it and the, like a boring little word, is it? No. But it's not very long. It's maybe only 5 or 6 letters. This is a thing, like something you could touch. Yeah. This is something you have. You have more than one. You have 2. They come in pairs. Joy, is this a body part? This got awkward real fast. And then there's two of the same vowel side by side right in the middle, isn't there? Yeah. I'm going to go with this. Yeah, we're going to go with this. Right. All right, Joy, hold your word nice and close to your chest, so don't show anybody just yet, but turn and face our lovely audience. Now, Joy, I'll take the marker back. Now, Joy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to get a round of applause, right? Very simple, 3 steps. The first step is you're going to take a step. Second step is you can take your free hand, you're going to throw it in the air. Yeah. The third step, which you're not going to do yet, is you're going to turn your pad around, you're going to show everybody the word, and you're going to shout it so everybody, even way at the back, can hear what that word is. Okay. Got it? Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, back to start, back to start, back to start. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, you're going to go through all 3 words. You're going to go through all 3 steps. You're going to turn your pad around. You're going to shout your word. They're going to go nuts. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cheeks. Oh my God, that makes so much more sense. But luckily I also said cheeks. Give Joy a round of applause. Thank you so much. Now Joy, that was, just right here for me, please. That was pretty good, right? That was pretty good? Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, yeah. But wouldn't have been better if I would have known ahead of time that you'd have chosen that book and stopped on that page to find that word before the show. That would be really good, wouldn't it?
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool, yeah.
But I don't know how you could have done that.
Wouldn't it be better if to prove that I knew ahead of time, that I wrote it down somewhere like a prediction before the show started? That would be spectacular, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep. Wouldn't it be better if I put that written prediction inside a sealed vessel that has been completely and totally out of my hands and in plain view for the whole show? That would be bloody amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah. Would you mind?
Oh boy. Okay, are you ready?
I don't want to touch it, but can you pick it up, unroll it, and show and tell everybody what it says? Hang on, wait. That's not all it says. What else does it say?
But don't forget this.
I haven't touched this, right?
No, you haven't.
I haven't done anything to this. In fact, no one has.
No, I haven't.
Right? Right. You're sure? Positive.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what this is all about. Let's take a look at this. So, let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of the show. At the beginning of the show, we all got to know each other, and then we played the fun little game with the 3 little wooden boxes. And we had Timey and Martin up here, right? And at the very end of that little game, each one of us wound up with one of the boxes, right? And one of the items inside. Timey, where are you? Where are you? Do you remember what was in the box you had at the very end? The keys. That's because tonight, Timey, a woman will wind up with my keys. Martin, you had a box as well. Do you remember what it was? A phone. That's because a man will wind up with my phone, which means that, ladies and gentlemen, Joy, by process of elimination, I will keep my wallet in the very end. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much. But after this, we moved on. We played another little game. We played a little game with the notepads, with Nancy and sorry, your name was again? And we played with the notepads with you, and each of you thought of a word and an image that goes along with that word from the little notepads, right? Do you remember what yours was? What was it? was farm, right? Farm. And with a picture of a little pig, right? Because that's tonight. Someone is going to think of the word farm with a picture of a little pig. But Nancy, thank you very much. But Nancy, you had one as well. What was the word? Weather. And the picture, the image? Cloud with a little lightning bolt. That's because tonight, Nancy, someone else is going to think of the word weather with a little cloud and a lightning bolt. Thank you very much. But, after this, we played the little game with the 4 little envelopes. And inside one of those envelopes, Nancy, was a drawing and a word that you put in an envelope and no one knew what it was. You didn't look at it, no one looked at it. We had no idea what it was until we opened it up and you described it for the entire room. Do you remember what it was? It was a little smiley face with sunglasses and a smirk and the word vodka, right? That's because tonight someone is going to draw a little smiley face wearing sunglasses along with the word vodka. And Danny, I gave you a sheet of paper. Do you still have it? Yes. Danny, can you please read what's on that sheet of paper for us one more time? Oh no! There it is. Nice and loud, Danny. Can you read that piece of paper for us one more time? FSV 288406. That's it? That's it? Give Danny a round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much. But after that, we came back from the break and we had a little warm-up, and then we had 3 people think of playing cards. 3 people think of playing cards that weren't actually there. They were from a blank deck, and one of you thought of the 3 of hearts, one of you thought of the Queen of clubs, and one of you thought of the 9 of diamonds. Thank you so much. But after this, we moved on because, Joy, a murder was committed. Poor Len was brutally beaten to death by who? By Betty White. Where? By Betty White in the bedroom. Sal with what? With a tea bag! Ladies and gentlemen, Joy, finally, before the show, as I was getting ready, I had everything set up. It was my first time performing in this wonderful space. I was about ready to open up the doors and let all of you in. I thought, what a great time to take a selfie. And that's exactly what I did. I walked up right to the back, pulled out my camera, and I took a selfie with me in the background, with me in front, and all of this in the background. You can actually go see it. I posted it before the show. You can find it at Newman Mentalism right now. It's there. It's the last thing I posted. So if you go to Instagram, go here, look at the last post, or you can just look on the screen behind me. And you can see that tonight, Joy, I knew you would find the word cheeks in the book. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff Newman. Thank you so much for coming out to spend your night with me. Give Joy a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you so much. You may head back to your seat. Another round of applause for Joy, everybody. That does it for me. Thank you, Coquitlam. Have a great night.